Good morning. Down Under Maker, how's it going, man? We're live a couple minutes early. I just wanted to check and make sure stuff is working since everything was turned off. Phil, if you're here, can you hear me? Yeah, you're all on. It's a little early. Vince, how's it going? It's not going to be a long stream, but I just wanted to put a couple updates out there. About obviously this situation and you know, plans for the channel going forward. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit better this morning. I've been up for a while. I got a little bit of sleep last night. I woke up a few times, but I got more than 15 minutes of sleep at a time, so there's that. But RJ, I couldn't lay in bed anymore. I needed to get up. It was hurting, so yeah. So I hope you guys had a good weekend. We're just going to talk about a few things. I can answer any questions you might have along the way. But RJ, you want some Polymaker? Cybertech, how's it going? Free Alien Workshop, how's it going, man? Well, I'm here, man. You can't ask for much more than that. Especially considering some facts that I'll get into here in a minute. First and foremost, surgery is done. It went pretty well. I can feel my hands now. They are cold. Right now they are feeling cold because it is cold out here. But surgeon does warn that there might be some ups and downs in that area of like sensation. I got some coordination back. I can actually, you know, walk without me basically just falling forward and trying to catch myself along the way. And that, I mean, I've got other issues in my back that are going to necessitate more surgeries in the future, but not in the immediate future. But part of that's pinching off nerves in my legs, but even despite that, doing a lot better as far as being able to walk, which is really exciting. I didn't expect that. I was hopeful that I might get some sensation back in my hands. I'm sure it's not like 100%, but good Lord, is some sensation better than no sensation. You're always winning something. So yeah, I should have brought the pictures out. Let me go. If you guys want to bear with me for a second, I'll go grab the x-rays so you guys can see what they did. Morning, Clown Hammer. Just bear with me 1 second. Let me go grab these x-rays so you guys can actually see what they did. I'm back. Brad, welcome. Yeah, man. Your dad had a similar surgery. It's not fun. It's less than fun. So here, let me show you these. Here is what they did. So between C4 and C5 and between C5 and C6, they pulled the disc out and then they put these in. These are 8mm spacers. They're actually, as I understand it, they're 3D printed PEEK. So there's that. With the material inside that promotes bone growth for C4, C5, and C6 vertebrae to fuse together around it and through it. And then titanium plate and screws screwing it all in place. There's a view from the front. Now, I got a call from my surgeon yesterday following up, seeing how I was doing. He told me that it was the most pressure he'd ever seen put on to a spinal cord from the disc, and by all rights, I should have been dead already. So that's scary as hell. So yeah, somebody had other plans for me, I guess. Yeah, finger numb. I have how much feeling I have compared to what a normal person has. I don't know, but I have feeling in my hands again. I can feel my hands. Still got less sensation in my right pointer finger than I do in everything else, but I have feeling, so yay. That's also a possibility down under Maker. Say only the good die young, so I guess that explains a lot of why I'm still here. Two titanium wrists. Yikes, dude. Yeah, by no stretch of the imagination do I pretend to be the only person to have gone through this or is going through this, or even pretend that I have it worse than anybody else. I know better. It's just my struggle, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so I wanted to go over that. Collar is going to be a 4 to 8 week thing. Physical rehabilitation. Where we go from there, we'll find out. Now, I wanted to talk a bit about this channel, Projects in Dad's Garage, and where we're planning on going with it moving forward. We have this over here that we are still going to be working on. The NG, we've got to finish that build. Then tomorrow morning, I go pick up a Delta Flyer kit. Yes, I know, I'm the last one to build one, blah, 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 blah. It's because I didn't want to start on a Delta Flyer before the surgery. trying to wrap everything else up. I didn't want to get into something else and something new. So in conversations with Jason, we decided we just hold off until after the surgery to go down that route. Picked out the colors. We're going to do Galactic Yellow and Galactic Grape from Ambrosia. No RJ, no Marathon Delta Flyer build. There's a more than 0% chance that streams for the immediate future will probably be much shorter than they used to be. As I recover, I don't want to overdo it. I have a really bad habit of doing that. And I don't want to make things worse. We're doing this stream before the old lady wakes up, so I don't get yelled at for doing it. But I want to bring the projects to Projects in Dad's Garage, if that makes any sense. There's a lot of folks out there building 3D printers. And like I just said, the last one to the Delta Flyer party as far as putting one of those together. And you guys have seen over the, last 4 or 5 months doing projects like the Mammoth behind me and other blasters. I really want to move forward and focus on, I'm still going to build printers. I'm still going to do printer mods and all that sort of stuff. But I want to do more projects. I think that people are interested in finding things to do with their printers, right? Obviously, people enjoy watching builds, and we're going to live stream builds, right? Think Adam Savage is tested on a smaller scale and more focused on 3D printing related projects. We've brainstormed some of these already. And I just found out that Dan is going to have a kit for the Torx 3D sets. So I want to pick that up. Steven, how's it going? Cybertech, yeah, get with me. Let me know what your idea is there. So let's find on the right page in here. So, Mike, how's it going? So, we're going to do some more blasters. I've got one kit on the way. It's been in the works for a while, but it's finally on the way. And there's going to be a couple other ones coming up. We've got BattleBots on the agenda. We got some projects like ESP32 cams that I want to get, like some home security type camera stuff going. Then we've got, I want to get a Death Racer built, and I want to get the Dragster built. I need Steven over there to finish his venture so I can print the parts I need for the Dragster. Little Ruby Vintage, good morning. Then we've got some printer projects, right? So we've got the Delta Flyer. We're going to change out the SB2040 on the switch wire with the ERCF. I want to try to figure out getting a clicky-clacky door on the 2.4. We've got the Doom Cube project that I'm trying to get stuff set up for, to make that a printer that prints Peak, PEC, Ultim, all that sort of stuff reliably. Not just as a stunt for a YouTube video, but reliably. So 200C bed. all metal gantries, like the whole 9 yards, to make that a reliable printer to print, peek, and pack. So the 3D sets torques, some more Nerf blasters. I want to try to do a 3D printed guitar. If I can find a kit at the right price. Because I think the little one would very much enjoy learning how to play guitar. The 2.4 needs a top hat. It's a 350 2.4. I'm limited to 280 something on the Z. Prusa-caster. Is there a kit for that? But I'm limited to 280 something on the Z because the tool head just hits the top panel. Right? So I need to get a top hat on that. Again, let's see. Those ones we've already talked about. That was just stuff I needed to do after the surgery. So, also, I got the as a happy accident, I was ordering some stuff from Amazon. Forgot to take this out of my cart. So I've got the WaveShare hub for the Trident too, to hopefully eliminate all the last possible bugs out of that. Oh yeah, appreciate that, Phil. The 3D printed electric guitars, RJ. I want to build one of those for the little one. You still have a few more parts to print for the 31K? Which version did you end up deciding to go with? Also, obviously we had the marathon stream for the 31K. There's a bunch of giveaways. I know a lot of people have already gotten their stuff. We immediately after that had the week of Thanksgiving and Black Friday, and all that stuff. I'd say if you have not heard back about anything that you've won by the end of this week, open a ticket on the Discord on Friday and let me know. And then next Monday, I will reach out to everybody to see about all that. 3D Printcraft UK, thank you. All right, so like I said, think Projects in Dad's Garage as a smaller scale Adam Savage has tested, focused on 3D printed stuff. Probably not going to be building cosplay props, but that kind of, here's a project, let's build it, let's put it together. And then after that, I want to do live streams of putting the projects together. And then I want to do some long form videos. They're not going to be long, but actual like videos showcasing the items, right? Talking about them. You'll have some shorts come out advertising, working as advertising for the upcoming live stream projects or the videos. But let's face it, there's a lot of us streaming 3D printer builds, right? And this channel has never been a channel you come to learn how to build a 3D printer, okay? I don't explain how to do it. We just hang out while I do it. Nick, good morning. Also, why is this thing so zoomed into my face? Feeling very subconscious about this at this moment. Maybe. Update later. Half body. Nope. Can you just zoom out? Can we just agree to stop and you just zoom out? Maybe. Oh. There we go. Holy cow. Yeah, I know. It's trying to zoom in through my head. So yeah, I want to do that, right? I want to do projects, do fun stuff, showcase some projects that, you know, people can do with their 3D printers. Because let's face it, there's a lot of folks that watch this that aren't going to build 3D printers, have built 3D printers, right? And it's fun watching them be built. It's fun to look at them and go, oh, that's a really cool printer. And I still want to do that. But I want to bring more value to you guys than just another 3D printer. And also, there's a finite amount of room in which I can put 3D printers. There's a couple that I would like to build still. We're going to build the Delta Flyer. We're going to build the NG. I want to build a larger format printer. I'd love to build a Venture, build it my way. I have some ideas if I can ever manage to get my hands on one. Or even something like one of the big 500 rat rigs or something, you know? So that's not a today thing, obviously. But yeah, I want to showcase some projects, bring in some more projects, you know, working with the kids. Because how many of us have kids or grandkids and would love to be able to share the hobby and the passion with them and, you know, teach them a little something along the way, whether it be just, you know, how to build something, spark some interest in, you know, engineering or electronics, all that sort of stuff. Martin, how's it going? So I want to do that. I want to bring more value to the channel in the stuff that I do. Oh yeah, it'd be built out here. I wouldn't even know where to start with figuring that out though. That'll be a ways down the road. There might be some other things we do along the way. Just projects that that aren't 3D printed related, you know. Once I can get this freaking car out of my garage and get my workshop back, I've got some ideas for things that I want to do to make the workshop better, and we'll do some videos on those things. I really enjoy doing them, and I know that some of you guys really enjoy that kind of stuff too. So Down Under Maker, this is true, and I want to change that. I want to figure out why, and I want to change that. Yes, we've got DIN rails to put on the workbench. That's going to be a fun one. So for those that don't know, there's 2020 extrusion frame around half of this workbench, around the outside edge of half of this workbench. Originally, the plan was to put up multi-board. New plan is there's going to be DIN rail that goes across. So you can just take anything, put it on DIN rail mount, snap it on wherever. And it's going to allow me to still have the goal of being able to visually see to the other side of the workbench when the workbench is turned the other way. Once the car's back out of this freaking garage. Yeah. So there's that. But I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. I will bring it back to the billing department, of course. If you'd like to become a member of the channel and help support in these projects and whatnot, consider becoming a channel member. It helps a lot towards being able to make some of these projects possible. And then on a personal note, thank you to all of you. It was a really rocky and huge struggle, mentally and physically coming into this surgery, and I'm sure there's still going to be some ups and downs on the other side of it. But you guys were there and supportive to the whole thing. Kind words, keeping my morale up. Mini Bike, how's it going? So I really appreciate that. Truly I do. You know, I got in a pretty dark spot there for a little while, and you guys got me through it. But I thank you all very much. Outside of that, guys, hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Do not. Down Undermaker sent me one video and it threw off my entire YouTube algorithm for days. So yeah. It's cold. My hands are numb now because they're cold. It's always nice. Anyway, so thank you to all of you. I appreciate all of you truly. Also, we missed Friday, the Makers Making podcast. I really wanted to get episode up Friday, but unfortunately, after I got home from the surgery, I ended up having to go back to the ER for some issues. So wasn't able to get that up and going. Plan on getting that up and going this Friday. For what is it, episode 5, but episode 2 of the relaunch. So stay tuned for that. Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to try to get another stream in later on this week, doing something. What? I don't know. Also, my son drove all the way from Jersey, and he took a round from the Mammoth on Saturday. Let his girlfriend hit him in the back with that thing. Hit him a little harder than he expected it to, I do believe. Unfortunately, no video footage of it, but that was funny. Anyway, thank you all again. You guys have a great day. Have a great week. And we'll see you later.